morning, viewers at home. I am Mr. Okote. We are for the episode 2 of Inequalities. I hope you have really enjoyed episode 1. Now, this is the concluding part of what we promised to give out in the episode 2, which are, by the end of the video, you will understand and able to solve what problems leading to inequalities, solve solution sets of inequality, and also the concept of inequality graph. I believe viewers at home, get your writing materials and get yourself off of distraction as we move to the various segments of what we have for you in the video in this episode 2. Viewers at home, you are highly welcome to the first segment of what we have for you in this video, episode 2 of inequality. Now we are looking at what problem leading to inequality. Now let's look at the example we have on board. It is written that 1/5 of a number added to the third of the same number is greater than 26. Find the range of values of the number. If you rightly look at this one problem, we don't actually know what number is being added to the third of the same number. For you to solve what problem, there is what I advise my students, and which I will tell you viewers, always make use of what? Alphabet, to make your unknown, because we don't know the number yet. Now I will rightly write, let the number the x. Let the number the x. Now they say 1/5 of x added to the third of the same number is greater than 26. We say 1/5 of a number added to the third of the same number is greater than 26. Find the range of values of the number. Now I've rightly used x to represent my unknown. I've used x to represent my unknown. Now let's solve the question on board. 1/5 of a number added to the third of the same number. Now let's look for the LCM. The LCM is going to be 15. 5 in 15, that's going to give me 3x. Then 3 in 15, that will be 5. No, that will be 5. 5 open bracket 2x greater than 26. Now I have 3x plus 5 times 2, that is 10x greater than 26 times 15. I have 13x greater than 26 times 15. Let's divide through by 13. Divide through by 13. I have 13x greater than 26 times 15 divided by 13 over 13. 13 we cancel 13. 13 here 1, 13 here 2. I have x greater than 2 times 15. X is greater than 30. But if you look at the question, viewers at home, we are asked to find the range of values of the number. Now, to find the range of the value of numbers, we have gotten the unknown numbers, that the numbers are what? Are numbers that are greater than 30. Now, the range of numbers will be 31, 32, 33, and so on. In this word problem that has led us to inequality, We have been able to solve the question and we have been able to get the range of values. See you in another example. Now see on word problem leading to inequalities. Viewers at home, let's look at another example under this segment. The question says, are they both X biros at 8 naira each and open bracket X plus 4, close the bracket, rulers at 20 naira each? He spent less than 200 naira, and we are now asking the question that we should form an inequality for the statement and solve it. I hope you are with me. Now, solution. Are they both X biros? Price of biro, which is X biro, is 8x, and the price of ruler, price of X plus 4 ruler is going to be 20 multiplying X plus 4, and which is going to be 20x plus 80. The price for the biro, X biro, is 8x, because 8 naira is for each, and the X plus 4 ruler, each is 20 naira. That's what we have done here. Now the total cost of the biro and the ruler will be 8x plus 20x plus 80. But if you look at the question, they said he spent less than 200 naira, meaning that the amount that he has spent for the biro and for the ruler is less than 200 naira. So therefore, 8x plus 20x plus 80 is less than 200 naira. I hope you are following me, viewers at home. Everything is less than what? 200 naira. 8x plus 20x, that's 28x, less than 200 minus 80. Now we have 28x less than 120. Hope you at home, you are following me. Let's divide through. Divide through by 28. Now we have 28x over 28 less than 120 over 28. 28 we cancel 28. 4 years 7. 4 in 12, that is 30. Now we have x. 30 is less than 30 over 7. How many 7 can we see in 30? That is 4. Remainder 2. How many 7 can you see in 2? Impossible. In 20, we are going to see how many? That is 2. Remainder 6. How many 7 can we see in 60? That is going to be 8. Remainder 4. How many 7 can we see in 40? That is going to be 5. Remainder 5. How many 7 can we see in 50? That is 7. Remainder 1. How many 7 can we see in 10? That is 1. Remainder 3, and so on. We have rightly solved this question, which we are asked to form an inequality for the statement and solve it. We were able to form the inequality by combining the prices of the X biro and the X plus 4 ruler and is less than 200, and we are able to solve. So therefore, x is less than 4.28571. See you in the next segment. Now, viewers at home, we are moving to the next segment, solution set of inequality. We have been able to look at what problems could solve two examples. What problem leading to inequality? Now let's look at another example under the segment solution sets of inequality. The question says, given that x is an integer, find the lowest three values which satisfy the inequality. We have 3/5 open bracket x plus 2 minus 1/3 open bracket x plus 3 less than or equals to x plus 5. Now looking at the denominators, we have 5, we have 3, while the denominator here is over 1. Now let's use the LCM, the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3 to multiply through, and which is 15. Multiply through by 15. That will be 3/5 times 15 x plus 2 minus 1/3 times 15 open bracket x plus 3 less than or equals to 15 open bracket x plus 5. We are multiplying through with the LCM of 5 and 3. Now 5 here 1, 5 here 3, 3 here 1, 3 here 5. We now have 9x plus 2 minus 5 open bracket x plus 3 less than or equals to 15x. 15 times 5. 15 times 5. 5 times 5, that's 25. 5 times 1, 5 plus 2, 75 plus 75. 9 times x, that's 9x plus 18 minus 5x minus 15 less than or equals to 15x plus 75. Let's collect right. We have 9x minus 5x plus 18 minus 15 less than or equals to 15x plus 75. 9x minus 5x, that is 4x plus 3 less than or equals to 15x plus 75. Now we have 4x minus 15x less than or equals to 75 minus 3. 4x minus 15x, that is minus 11x less than 75 minus 3, that is 72. Now we divide through by minus 11. And if you remember, I said anytime we are multiplying through with negative or we are dividing with negative, this symbol is going to change. This less than or equals to will change to greater than or equals to. It will now be minus 11x over minus 11 greater than or equals to 72 divided by minus 11. X is greater than or equal. How many 11 can we see in 72? That is going to be minus 6. That is 66. 6 times 11, that's 66. 72 minus 66. You bring 1 here, this is 6. You mean that 6 over what? 11. And if you look at the question says find the lowest three values which satisfy the inequality. 3 over 5 open bracket x plus 2 minus 1 over 3 x plus 3 less than or equals to x plus 5. The 3 lowest value, the minus 6, minus 5, minus 4. See you in another example under this segment solution set of inequality. Now, viewers at home, I hope you have been enjoying this topic in this episode too. Still on the segment solution set of inequality, looking at another example to couple the first one that we have done, we are asked that we should find the solution set of this inequality. Now, solution. We have 3x plus 2 greater than or equals to 6x plus 15. Now collect like terms. We have 3x. This 6x will move to this place, it will be minus 6x greater than or equals to 15 minus 2. 3x minus 6x, we have minus 3x greater than or equals to 13. Now, we are dividing through with minus. This symbol will change through by minus 3. That will be minus 3x over minus 3 less than or equals to 13 over minus 3. Anytime you are multiplying through with negative number or you are dividing through with a negative number, this symbol will change. Now, minus 3, we cancel minus 3. X will be less than or equal to, how many 3 can we see? Minus 4. Remainder what? Remainder 1 over 3. Now, we are asked to find the solution set of the inequality. The solution set will be minus 5 and minus 4. I hope you have seen what I did. Because x is less than or equal to minus 4 raised to power 1 over 3, it means that some numbers are before minus 5. Just to make it more understandable, that's why I added this ... minus 5 and minus 4. See you, viewers at home, in the next segment, concept of inequality graph. Viewers at home, you are welcome again to the concluding part of this episode 2 of the topic inequality. Concept of inequality graphs. Why I tag it as concept of inequality graphs, there are some vital information which viewers at home must understand before you can start laying your hand on knowing how to plot the inequality graphs. The first thing that I'm going to talk of is when you see this symbol, either less than or greater than, you are going to use a broken line. You are going to use a broken line to represent the ordinate. When you see less than or equals to or greater than or equals to, you use a straight line to represent either less than or equals to or greater than or equals to. Another thing I want you to understand, viewers at home, which used to confuse my students and which I want you viewers at home to understand, is the area of shaded region, and unshaded region. Viewers at home, I want you to pay attention to this section. Most often in inequality graph question, we only have x and y coordinates. X and y coordinates. And if you look at your graph, we have the y-axis and we also have the x-axis, and which we have the origin O. This is positive region, this is negative region, this is also positive region, negative region. Now when you want to know your shaded region, viewers at home, I hope you are paying attention and you are jotting things down. When you are asked to look for your shaded region, in the question given to you, you will ensure that you turn x to 0, you also turn y to 0. When these two information are true, I said you will ensure that you turn your x to 0, also your y to 0. When these two statements are true, you shade it towards the origin. In the questions that we are going to engage ourselves with, you'll be able to understand all these statements I've been mentioning. When these statements are true, you ensure that where you are shading is tending towards 0, while the unshaded will be the opposite of where it's tending towards 0. I hope you have understood this little information and the concept behind inequality graph as we move on to examples. Viewers at home, you will now see those concepts that I've just explained in these examples. I said when we have less than, we are going to make use of broken lines. When we have either greater than or equal to, we are going to use thick line. That's why we are looking at these two examples before we now move to the other concept I explained, the shaded and the unshaded. We are asked to draw the graph of 3x plus 2y less than 12 and also 4x plus 3y greater than or equal to 24. Let's look at the solution, viewers at home. Now we have 3x plus 2y less than 12. How are we going to get our ordinates? The first thing I will advise you viewers at home is to ensure that you make your x to be 0 for you to get the value of y. Now when x is equal to 0, that is 3, 0 plus 2y less than 12. 3 times 0 will be 0 plus 2y less than 12. Let's divide through. We have 2y less than 12. Divide through by 2. Y is less than what? Less than 6. Now, let's make y to also be what? 0. When y equals to 0, that will be 3x plus 2 open bracket 0 less than 12. We have 3x plus 0 less than 12. 3x plus 0, that's 3x less than 12. Divide through by 3. X is less than 4. Now, and we are asked to draw the graph. Viewers at home, let's look at the graph. You know that in our normal graph, we have the x and the y axis. This is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. I'm just using a Pythagorean graph, a pictorial graph, to represent our inequality. But viewers at home, you can lay your hand on the real graph, which is our x standard graph. Now, when x is 0, this is our 0. What is our range of value? They say when x is 0, y is 6. Let's assume that this is our 6 and this is our x-axis. When x is 0, y is 6. When y is 0, x is 4. Let's assume that this is our 4. And to draw the graph, because it is less than, we are going to use a broken line. Viewers at home, why I use a broken line is because the symbol that we have here is less than. If you look at the question, we have been able to draw a graph to solve this question 3x plus 2y less than 12. See you in the second example. At home, looking at the second example, 4x plus 3y greater than or equal to 24. Now let's solve. Now, when x equals to 0, that will be 4 open bracket 0 plus 3y greater than or equal to 24. That will be 0 plus 3y greater than or equal to 24. That will be 3y greater than or equal to 24. We divide through by 3. We divide through by 3. Then y is greater than or equal to 8. Now when y equals to 0, that will be 4x plus 3 open bracket 0 greater than or equal to 24. This is the 4x plus 0 greater than or equal to 24. We divide 4 is 24, that will be 6. Now let's draw the graph. This is your y as this, and this is your x as this. When this is our origin 0, when x is 0, y is 8. 8. When our y is 0, x is equal to 6. Now, we are going to use a thick line. It's not broken line, simply because of this symbol. Now, I'm going to use a thick line. Viewers at home, the first example, we use broken line simply because it was less than, or if it is greater than, you use broken line. But in this, we are going to use a thick line. See you in the shaded and the unshaded region. Viewers at home, we are still on the concept of inequality graphs. We have been able to see some concepts that are needed, and we have been able to draw graphs that has both less than and greater than or equal to. Now we are moving to the shaded and the unshaded region. I said the opposite of shade is unshade. Now this example is asking us to shade the regions described by the given inequalities. Now, viewers at home, I want you to pay 100% attention, because this is where many students used to ask questions. And once you get this concept, you are good to go. Now we have 4x minus y less than or equals to 8, which is our first question. How are we going to get our ordinate for x and y? Let's start by tending s to 0. When we have 4 open bracket 0 minus y less than or 8, we have minus y less than or equals to 8. Now we have y is now going to be greater than minus 8. That is, x equals to 0, y equals to minus 8. Now, when y equals to 0, we have 4x minus 0 less than or equals to 8. 4x less than or equals to 8, we divide through by 4. X is less than or equals to 2. X equals to 2, y equals to 0. Now, let's look at 8. Let's now draw the graph. This is our y-axis, our x-axis. Now, I said when you want to do your shaded region, there is what you should take note. Let's plot the graph first. This is our origin 0. When x is 0, y is minus 8. When x is 2, y is 0. And what is the symbol? Less than or equal to that. We are going to use a thick line, not a broken line. Now we want to look at how are we now going to know where to shade. Now let's come back to this equation. You now tend x, the two ordinates of x, you tend them to be what? 0. If the statement is true, then you make it towards 0 origin. When x is 0 and y is 0, look at it in the first equation. 4x minus y less than or equals to 8. When x is 0, it's going to be, is it true that 0 is less than or equals to 8? Is 0 less than 8? Yes. 0 is less than 8. It means that this statement is true. Anytime you tend either your x or your y, that the statement is true, you are going to shade towards the 0 origin. Now, where am I going to shade? I'm now going to shade towards this place. Viewers at home, can you see as I'm shading it? Why am I moving towards 0? It's because when I turn my x and y into this equation, 0 is less than 8, which is true. Anytime your statements are true, you shade towards 0. Now, for you to know the unshaded region, this will be the unshaded region. Viewers at home, I hope I'll be able to solve the first example that asks us that we should shade the region described by the given inequalities. Now, see you in the second example. Now, viewers at home, we are on the last segment, the shaded and the unshaded. Now, we are looking at the second example, which is 3x plus 2y greater than 12. I hope you enjoyed the first shaded region and you have seen that the opposite of it is the unshaded region. Now we have 3x plus 2y greater than 12. How are we going to get our ordinates for x and y? When x equals to 0, 3 open bracket 0 plus 2y greater than 12. We have 2y greater than 12. We divide by 2. Y is greater than 6. That is, x is 0, y is 6. When y is 0, 3x plus 2 open bracket 0 greater than 12. 3x greater than 12. We divide through by 3. X is greater than 4. X is 4, y is 0. Now let's draw the graph. We have our y as is, our x as is, and this is our origin 0. When x is 0, y is 6. That is 6. When x is 4, y is 0. This is 4. Now, if you look at the inequality symbol, it is greater than. We are going to use a broken line. We are going to use a what? A broken line. Now, how are we now going to know where to shade? Once you know where to shade, the opposite of where you are shading is going to be the unshaded part. Now, let's look at our equation. We are going to turn x and y to be 0, 0. Now, we have 3x plus 2y greater than 12. This is going to be 0 plus 0 greater than 12. 0 greater than 12. Look at this statement. Is 0 greater than 12? Viewers at home, is 0 greater than 12? Is what? Untrue. Anytime you have the statement contradicting what you have as your true, you are not going to shade towards your 0 origin. It's going to be far from your 0 origin. Because this statement is untrue. 0 can never be greater than 12. I'm not going to shade towards this region. It's going to be towards this region. I use broken lines. This is what? My shaded region. This is going to be what? My shaded region. Why this place will be unshaded region. Viewers at home, I hope you have rightly seen the solution on board. Shaded and unshaded region. Now, this is the end to this topic, inequalities, in this episode 2. If you have any questions, viewers at home, we are always online 24 hours, which we are going to post our WhatsApp group link. Once you click it on the comment section, you are going to be added to our WhatsApp group. If you have any further questions, even regarding all the videos that is on our YouTube channel, you can forward your questions, and immediately you drop your question, you rightly see the solution before the day is over. See you on top, viewers at home. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next videos.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like and share. Have a blessed week. Bye.